All right, I think fitness content, and more specifically fitness Instagram, is making everyone retarded, and not in the good way. So I consume a lot of Instagram reels, right? I'm a thorough enjoyer of memes. So I talk about fitness, so I'm there a lot. I see a lot of fitness content, and once in a while I'm gonna see a guy with a good physique, right? Muscle, you can see the muscles, you can see you can see everything. The guy's in a good body fat percentage. He looks athletic. He looks healthy. He looks happy with his own body. And you go to the comments, man, and it's just people just ripping the shit out of the guy. Just saying the nastiest fucking things that you can possibly imagine to this dude that is being courageous to show his own body on the internet. Right, it takes some sort of balls to show your own body on the internet like that, especially when you're talking about lifting and about showing your progress, right? And those people are just shitting on the guy. A guy that has a good physique, right? A guy that looks good for 99% of people on the planet. And that's what they call physique inflation, right? When the idea of what is a good physique gets so inflated by steroid-filled influencers that are just telling people that's like, oh no, I'm natural, and they just look massive, ripped, 5% buff, gigantic motherfuckers, and everyone starts thinking that that's good, that's the norm, that's what should be do. So if I'm not there, that means it's not good, right? So I put the video on the screen of me. This is the latest progress video that I've made, and I put it in the thumbnail as a bit of a provocation about that being a good physique. And I know a lot of people will say, oh no, your body fat's too high, oh your muscles or whatever is lacking. And I was like, man, I agree with you, but when I look at where I started and when I look at where I am right now and how my weight loss journey has been over the past year, I'm like, oh yeah, this is a good physique compared to my whole fucking life. It's like I'm the best shape of my life right now, even though that's not like, oh, that's not the objective that I have. I do want to improve. I do want to get better. I do want to look better. I don't think I'm nearly close to how good I can look, right? And how I can get where I can get. But for me, right now, that's good. And if you're not satisfied with your own progress, you're looking at the whole thing wrong. I think it's a problem of clarity, right? A clarity of purpose. The question is, what the fuck are you building your body for? Right? Is it just to look ripped on Instagram? Like, why do those people on those comments, they feel like this need that they have to have a 5% body fat and be shredded and ripped and muscle? If you're wearing clothes 99% of the time, like most of the times, no one's gonna see that physique that you built, unless you're an asshole that's just walking shirtless all the time, right? So we have to start. I think the whole problem with physique inflation is that we have to start asking questions. Asking questions of purpose. It's like, why am I building this body? Why do I want to use it for? And also getting out into the real world, getting away out of our heads so much. People get too much in their heads. They stop thinking. They stop seeing things objectively. When you go out into the real world, my physique is considered impressive. I'm not sure if impressive is the word, but I guess what I mean to say is like, it looks good. For most people, my physique right now looks good. When I'm going, when I go to work and I'm wearing normal clothing and I'm just going about my day, doing my own stuff, and it's like, I never had this physique is like, I get attention from women, I get people respect me, I get comments sometimes. I was like, oh hey man, looking big, man, looking good. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm just a normal dude. It's like, but for most people out there, if you go and start actually, get a job or go to university or, do stuff in the real world out there, just go out and look at people. You're going to notice that it's like the bar is low, right? The bar is low. Most people are severely out of shape. And even the people that look in shape are probably out of shape. Like, not because someone doesn't look fat, doesn't mean they're fit. Doesn't mean they are in shape. Doesn't mean they're capable of doing stuff. That they have any sort of muscle. That they can perform any sort of, athletic activity. Going from, from playing, running, or jumping to sex. It's like, even if the person looks good, doesn't mean they're able to perform at anything physical. So we have to start asking this question for the sake of fucking clarity, and to stop this madness that happens on Instagram. And I think it's just frying people's brains. You're looking at roided people all the fucking time. and it's just driving them insane. Or even now with AI, is even worse. You can see AI bodybuilders. I saw this dude that had this car like Zuko from Avatar, and I'm like, man, this looks kind of off. And I see the comments, it's fucking AI. That's why it looks off. But it's just almost indistinguishable, right? So we have to start asking ourselves those questions. Why are we building this body? For me, for example, I want to look attractive. I want to feel good in my own body, to be able to move, jump, run, do whatever I want. Even if I'm not actually going to do those things, I want to know that I'm able to do them, right? Look attractive, feel good, and enable my lifestyle. If I want to travel, if I want to, pick up a sport, if I want to dress in a specific way, if I want to change my style, I don't want to feel self-conscious about my body while I'm just trying to enjoy my life, right? So I wrote down a few questions that I think are interesting to ask yourself for clarity, for just being like, hey, am I using other people's standards as my own standard of greatness? Am I looking at what other people say is a good physique to measure my own progress? And at this point, you really have to throw away every notion of how fast it should be. Like all those videos that is like, oh, how long will it take to get in shape? You should just ignore that shit. Or if you watch it, just triple the time for yourself. Just consider yourself to be stupid. Just say it's like, well, I'm too retarded to follow this thing properly anyways, so let me just triple the time that this guy's saying in this video, because it's probably how much it's going to take, right? Losing weight is a mental game. Losing weight is something on your head. When I started losing weight last year, I lost about 30 pounds at this point. When I started to lose weight and to do fasting consistently to lose weight, it took me it took me 8-9 months to stop making the stupid mistakes and actually start losing a considerable amount of weight. And not because I didn't know what those mistakes were, not because I didn't know what the problem was. I had an idea what the problem was. I could see the problem, but I just couldn't solve it because my mental game wasn't there, because my head wasn't there. I was going through a nasty 5-year relationship breakup. I was in shambles. I was in the dirt. So my head wasn't there. Even if I wanted to do the right thing, right? Even if I knew what the correct, perfect thing to do would be, I didn't do it. But you know what I did? I kept going. I kept trying to do things as imperfectly as I could. And at some point, things just clicked, right? So people give up too early. You have to keep going, right? So a few things to ask yourself that you might want to write down later and then journal about it. I don't know. It's like, what do you actually think looks good? Right? Not what the Instagram standard for looking good is. What do you actually think looks good? It could be an actor, could be someone you know, could be an athlete, right? But like real people that are doing things, not people that look good on Instagram necessarily. Like, if that's genuinely what you think looks good, it's like, sure, whatever. But a lot of the times, I think the line's a lot before that, right? Like if you're walking down the street and you see a guy and you're like, oh man, that guy looks good. I mean, and there's nothing, obviously, I hope I'm not talking to a bunch of bitches here. I know that's not gay. It's like you can recognize that a man looks good. And it's like, oh, that guy looks good, right? That guy looks good, has a good physique. He looks whatever way. I would like to look the way he does. Right? It's this idea that has to come to your head. And when you notice it, it's like, oh, okay, this guy is not fucking massive. Right? It's like, I don't know, it's a physique that I'm been very interested in shooting for recently is Brad Pitt's Achilles in Troy. Right? That's a fucking fantastic physique. It's a little bit bigger than that the famous Fight Club physique. It's a little bit bigger, a little bit more muscle, but it's still very lean, still very small. That guy in normal day-to-day clothing, without a pump, without the lighting, without the makeup, if he posted on Instagram, he would get shit on. He would get shit on because people are just fucking insane in the head. They think everyone should be looking like bodybuilders all the time. So what do you actually think looks good? Okay. Second thing, what is your objective for getting in shape? What are you trying to achieve? Like I told you guys, it's like, yeah, look good naked, feel good in my confident in my own body, and enable my lifestyle. right? I like to climb. I like climbing. I like calisthenics. I like photography. I like to travel. I want to enable a body that will enable me to do all those things with ease and with comfort, right? Cool. Yeah, that's my objective. That's what I'm shooting for, right? And a lot of those bodies that you see on Instagram, they couldn't handle a lot of those activities, right? I fear all the time that if you're very, very, very low body fat percentage all the time, you just have less energy, right? You're just more tired. I've seen it. I've heard it personally from women that a lot of women don't like the guy that is too shredded. And I'm not talking about ugly women, right? I'm talking about, attractive women that just looked at me and they're like, oh no, I think it's actually a little bit scary. It's a little bit intimidating. Because this guy is just way too, is like, I don't know, it just looks uncanny. And I'm like, that's an interesting choice of words there, but I kind of understand, right? It doesn't look like it's a person that you can relate to. If you're trying to get in shape to get girls, I don't know. What's your objective? Who would know? Only you know. And the third thing that I think is very important is what evidences that you have for your progress that are not visual. This is a very big thing because as you get used to seeing those very jacked people online, as your eyes get used to those images, you start imprinting into your own brain that is like, if I don't look like that, it's bad. So you either have to only compare yourself with how you were before, and that's the importance of taking like progress pictures, videos, photos, tracking everything, tracking your weight, because then you can look at it as a comparison and know that you're like not, that you are actually getting in better shape, not just only trusting your eyes, but also how you feel. Do you feel like you have more energy throughout the day? Do you feel lighter? When you do pull-ups, when you do body weight exercise, that you're hanging from a bar, that you're trying to do dips, do you feel lighter? Do you feel stronger on them, right? Are you getting compliments about things? How's the people treating you? Do you have the progress photos? It's like, so other things that are like more objective evidences that you are getting in shape, that are just not your own judgment on a Sunday night after you had maybe a little too many beers, and you're depressed because you have to go back to work on the next day, and you look at yourself and you think you're fat, when you actually done a lot of progress and you actually look good. So you have to find those external evidences and not just trust your internal failable judgment. Okay, so that's my idea when it comes to it. I think we have to do a lot of work to reverse this retardation caused by fitness Instagram. Right, we need more people just posting how a physique should look like. Right, I talk to creators that they do like marketing and sales and business and whatever. And one of the things, for example, I have a school community, and one of the photos is my before and after for the weight that I've lost up to this point. And what I really like the photos. I think I look really good in the after photo, right? And I seen guys that they just look at me and be like, "Oh man, maybe you should improve the lighting. I don't like the lighting should be like this, like that." And I'm like, well, I understand the point. It's important for marketing and everything, but it's like that's why my actual body looks like. Like that's what I look like before I go take a shower, or when I wake up in the morning, or when I'm just going about my day. So it would be kind of like fooling people, creating an illusion, showing like this best fake version that does not represent the real thing. And that's actively damaging people's ability to understand and to see how like to have a reference of what you should be looking like or what you could look like. Okay? And this is not me saying for you to get complacent and to not shoot for the best. What I'm saying here is that it's not what's happening. It's not that people are using that to shoot for the best. People are using that to get depressed, and people are using that to put other people down, and people are using and getting those crazy inflated ideas of what a good physique looks like, right? And I don't know, with this video I might want to give it to start talking about something and maybe changing a little bit of the idea surrounding those things. Okay, so yeah, let me know in the comments what you think, man. Have a blessed week. I'll see you next time. Cheers.